What's up, YouTube? Welcome to It's Brewing. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
So guys, I know you've heard about this. If you haven't, well, here you go. Apparently there's this thing happening in New York where there's a man going around punching white women in the face. I wasn't sure if I was going to actually talk about this, but after video 1, video 2, video 3, I then realized that it might be worth looking into what's really going on. Here's the problem with these things. This is going to sound so bad. But when I see a video like that now, I'm wondering if it's real. Because it reminds me of the brick lady. Check out, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play you each video that I saw. We're going to try to get to the bottom of this. There are about 7 women who've been punched in the face in New York. These happen to mostly be white women. I think almost all of them are white women. And I'm seeing this, and I'm wondering if it's real, because the last time a chick talked about getting hit in the face with a brick, she was proven to be lying. And again, that points to why a lot of these false stories are so terrible, because you don't know what's real and what's not. So what I'm going to play right now, and guys, I'm not going to edit this video at all. We're just going to go on, try to see if we can get down to the bottom of this. What I'm going to play right now is the first video I saw from 1 to girl number 7. And yes, there's 7. Some people say there's more. So let's start with this chick. Let's see here.
You guys, I was literally just walking and a man came up and punched me in the face. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. I can't even talk. Literally, I fell to the ground, and now this giant goose egg is forming, and I'm like, oh my God, it looks so crazy.
And so I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, this looks believable. And I ignore it. And then another video of her comes up. Actually, no. This is what happened. After I see this video, I see a second video of another chick. And it was this one. This was girl number 2.
So I just got punched in the face walking home. I was literally leaving class. I turned the corner and I was looking down and I was looking at my phone and texting, and then out of nowhere this man just came up and hit me in the face. I'm actually in shock right now. I'm just walking home, because what else do you do? But I just texted my friends being like, hi, I just got punched in the face. And then they sent me a TikTok of this other girl in New York who got punched in the face, and she was looking at her phone. And I don't know if this is a thing that's going around, but I guess if you're in New York right now and you're walking while looking at your phone, maybe don't do that. Maybe head on a swivel. I guess we're gonna be super aware of our surroundings.
Okay, so by now I'm like, yo, this is not some type of prank. This might be serious. And I go back to the first chick, because I saved the video thinking to myself, well, if she gets called a scam, I think that'll be worth talking about as well. And I'm sorry, right? If you're mad that I didn't believe it the first time, there are fake stories out here of a bunch of chicks who say that they've been hit many times. And again, these are the consequences of the false stories. And so I go back to the first chick and I'm like, okay, now I'm curious to go read the comments and see what exactly people were saying. First comment says, please go to the hospital. You have hematoma. I'm curious. This next person responded back to that comment, says, it's called a goose egg. It goes away. Okay, so she's talking about the mark on the head, the bump that's sticking out. Another person here says, did you call 911? And so I'm looking at other people's videos reacting to this. Here's another comment that says, oh, he's back. I'm like, he's back. Is this something that happens in New York? Is this something that happens repeatedly? What's going on? Here's another comment that says, the way I immediately assumed and knew she was in New York. And so I go check out this chick's page. Here's what really shocked me, man. You look at this video. Here she's talking about getting punched. 38, damn, let's say 39, almost 39 million views on that. All right. She's like an influencer too. But anyways, here she's talking about getting punched in the face right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos later, here she has a video of her walking on the street. It says, how I walk around New York now, staying very aware of my surroundings. And by the next 2 videos after that, she's completely healed, unfazed. Like, this chick is like a cutthroat influencer. And I'm saying this because I'm impressed, because the other videos I saw, the more I looked, the women were like devastated, and as they should be, of course. It's probably something they're not expecting, probably traumatic. But this chick's attitude about this, I was like, damn, back to the bag. Here, check it out.
Hi guys, I am gonna do my makeup while we talk about getting punched in the face, New York City, all that good stuff. So the video I posted yesterday about getting punched has 27 million views at the time of me filming this. I just want to clear a couple things up because I feel like now I am the face of this narrative that New York City is really scary and dangerous. I am not here to argue that New York City can be really scary at times, but I have lived here for 6 years and I've never had anything even remotely similar happen to what happened to me yesterday. I think the TikTok algorithm yesterday really TikTok algorithmed, and it started pumping out a bunch of old videos from girls also saying that they got punched in the face. Also, side note, my head is looking a lot better. Ow. I'm just gonna contour over where I got hit. Dibs contour stick, can't even tell it's a little swollen, all good. Anyway, I think because people started searching girl getting punched in the face, all of the old videos that girls had made from months, weeks, years ago about getting punched in the face started getting on everyone's For You page because it was just a trending topic. And from listening to a lot of those girls' videos, it didn't really sound like it was the same person. I think it just might be a somewhat common thing that happens in big cities, but
I don't agree with that. As you guys are about to see, there are a bunch of videos here of women getting punched in the face, white women in particular getting punched in the face recently.
I want it to seem like 13 girls got punched in the face yesterday, and oh my god, if you come to New York City, you're for sure gonna get punched in the face. Well, it's obviously really upsetting and disgusting that women have to deal with shit like this. I personally am not gonna revolve my life around that one incident and be afraid to walk around the streets, go to restaurants, live my life. I do think this serves as a good wake-up call just to be a little bit more aware of my surroundings, and that's not just in New York City, literally anywhere in the world. Like I said,
she's choosing not to cower.
I have spoken with the NYPD and they are looking into it. I am sure this is not on the top of their priority list, as there are much worse things happening every single day here. But please don't cancel your trips to New York City. If it's always been your dream to move here, don't see that video and think, oh my god, it's so unsafe, I can't. Maybe this sounds crazy, but I'll probably stay in New York City for the rest of my life. Honestly, I feel getting punched in the face was like a rite of passage into becoming a real New Yorker.
What? I was trying not to laugh, guys, throughout this whole, her whole situation. She's just like, yeah, you know, part of being a New Yorker. So what? If you can't take it, then don't live here.
Kidding, but like I said, I've been here for 6
joking.
years and I really have always felt incredibly safe. And I've done some shit way dumber than looking down at my phone. Okay, I've gone home on the subway at 3 a.m. out drunk. I don't do that anymore. That was when I was 18 and really stupid going home from the club. But you know, I've done some shit here. Listen, it's not for everybody, okay? New York, she will humble you. She will beat the shit out of you, literally and metaphorically. But New York has given me every opportunity, every friendship, everything in my life that I'm grateful for. I can already see the comments. People are gonna be like, this is gonna be her whole personality now. No, it's not. Okay, this is probably gonna be my last video talking about this situation. Unless they do catch the guy, then I will give you guys an update. But yeah, that's my little spiel, okay? I love New York. You could never make me hate her. Ladies, we're not gonna live our life in fear, okay? But we are gonna be cautious. We are gonna be aware. Maybe let's go on Amazon. I'll get a little pepper spray, maybe a little taser. And that's it. Love you guys. Back to normal content.
All right. What do you guys think of her reaction right there? Let's see if we can find. I'm wondering if there's like some sort of a description about this guy. First comment here says at the top, it happened to 6 women in New York. Yeah, I saw multiple women. The other thing too that stood out to me is a lot of these chicks from what I saw, were single. Of course, I'm just assuming here, but I would think somebody would say, well, yeah, after it happened, I called my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. But no, a lot of these chicks were single, walking the streets from what I saw, and there were no men with them in sight. Now, you could say that no man's going to do that to a woman with a man there to protect her, but I didn't hear any of them talking about a man there to protect them. Another comment here says, what did the guy do after he hit you? Did he just walk off or did he run away? Let's see if she responded. No response. Did she respond to any of these? I'm curious if she gave any more details. Yeah, I'm not really, there's so many videos I want to get through, so I don't really want to read too many comments. Another comment here says, so happy you're doing better. Haley, you truly did not deserve that to happen. Another comment here says, I love visiting New York. I could never live there. It's too fast for me. Yeah. All right, so let's go back to that first chick. No, the second chick. The second chick that made me realize that this was a real thing. I know we're going to hear it. Why don't you believe all women? Well, you can't blame men for that one. So this chick who spoke about her experience, let's see if she left any comments here in response to what exactly happened. These comments are from about a day ago, so this is recent. Top comment says, this is my third face punch video today. What is going on? Somebody else responded back to that comment and said, it happened to me. Two police apparently are saying it's a gang initiating thing. A gang initiation thing. Is that speculation or is that fact? Another comment here says, OMG, Olivia Benson, we need you. Again, I'm looking for, somebody says this man's on a mission. Why are you not calling the police, ladies? I would hope, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the first thing a lot of these chicks are doing after this happens is getting on TikTok. I would hope that they're calling the police first, but the way people are so involved in social media today and how much they want to share everything that happens in their life, it wouldn't be surprising to me that they're getting on TikTok first. This chick right here actually had follow-up reaction to getting punched. Let's check out that video. Let's see.
Okay, update on getting punched in the face in New York City. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone that has been so supportive on this app. I am like so shocked at how widespread that original TikTok just got, but you guys have been so nice and like truly it has meant the world to me. I've been getting a lot of questions and learning a lot of other people's stories, so I just wanted to take a second and answer those questions. So first thing, the location. I was coming out of the new school. I was at 14th and 5th Ave on my way to Union Square to get on the train going home. I was like literally walking out of class, sending a text to a friend, and then just got clocked in the face. So I didn't see him coming. A lot of people have told me I should have like fought back, had some mace on me. There was like no time to even I literally just didn't see him coming. All of a sudden my head was just clocked back.
Fighting back. I don't know if fighting back is the advice I would give to a woman who has the option to run away as fast as she can. You know, the advice of telling women to fight a grown man, and that's what it sounds like is happening here, is horrible advice. But of course, you know, we live in this world where men and women aren't different. And if you choose to live that way, hey, it's all on you at that point.
Turned around and I saw him looking at me, walking away, and it was literally like he gave someone a high five and kept walking, except for he gave me a punch to my face and just kept walking. There was not really anyone around. It was like 2 p.m. I was leaving class, but there was a really sweet British family. If you see this, thank you guys so much. The dad basically came up to me and asked
2 p.m. is crazy. 2 p.m. Like in the afternoon, the sun's up.
if I was okay, and I was so in shock I like couldn't form sentences, and they were like helping me and kind of just confirmed like we saw that was crazy, and mostly I was like, wait, yeah, like I just got punched in the face, right? I did talk to a police officer and kind of bummed out about that in hindsight because I wanted to file a report, but he told me, he was really nice, honestly, but he told me that the two options were either get in his car and we drive around and try to go find this man and arrest him. And at that point, like, I was uncontrollably sobbing and I didn't want to do that. I also had no clue where this man just went and I didn't want to just like endlessly drive around. The second option was file a report, but he told me if we did that, he would have to call an ambulance to check me out. And I straight up said I can't pay for an ambulance. Like, I'm a broke fashion student. That's not an option for me. And he was like, well, that's it. I've since learned from TikTok that that was not true and I can still file a report without having an ambulance called. So I'm going to do that. Thank you guys again so much for all this information. It's actually been so helpful. Honestly, the scariest thing to me is that so many girls have reached out to me having this exact same story happen to them. I have been able to identify that this man is the same as who hit a couple other girls. But what's even scarier is like there's a lot of girls and our descriptions of this man are completely different, meaning this, like, there's multiple men going around and doing this. The man that hit me was a black male, definitely over 6 feet tall. He had dreads that like didn't quite go to his shoulder, definitely looked unhoused. I just like had to have been mentally not okay if he just did that to me.
Definitely looked unhoused. Makes me think that the man is homeless. That's what that sounds like to me.
And walked away. So the police officer also let me know that right next to my school in Union Square is a meth rehabilitation center, and they see stuff like this happen every single day because of the people that are just hanging out around the rehab center. So stay safe out there. I just went to urgent care to see if I have a concussion, and they basically said probably yes, and I need to go to the emergency room. So I've been super overwhelmed and moving at my own pace. When I recorded that first video, I know everyone said I was so calm. I was like truly in shock. I also at that point had already had a full panic attack in the park on the phone with my sister. It was a period of like crying and then feeling like, okay, I'm just gonna go about my day and do my homework, and then like sobbing and then sitting in the park. And eventually I came home, and that was when I was walking home. I live in Brooklyn and I just felt a lot safer out here, and I'm trying to avoid Manhattan for at least like 24 hours. But again, thank you guys so much. I will send more updates as I find them. I'm going to file a report, gonna take myself to the emergency room, and yeah, thank you guys. I'll let you know what happens.
Interesting. When I think of homeless people committing those type of crimes, I think of Los Angeles. I think of where I'm at. I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often here in LA. I mean, I hear it here and there. But when I think of cities that have really lax law enforcement laws and high crime rates, LA comes to mind. It's not surprising that something like this is happening in New York. Obviously, guys, this guy needs to get caught. And nobody should be going around punching anyone in the face. And I'm glad that she's fine. So far, it doesn't sound like anybody has been seriously injured. She said different women have different descriptions of the guy. So could it be racially motivated? That's the other thing I'm thinking about. Because I have yet to see, that's the other thing, I've yet to see a black woman claim that she went through the same thing in New York. There is one video that I saw where someone stitched in a black woman, but when I went to go look up the tag, it happened like last year. Let's check out some of these comments. First comment here says, the guy with the red jacket in Mollis 228's video. So there's a video where there's a guy in a red jacket. Let's see if we can find this guy and see what looks like. I'm going to go and look him up. She also talked about her being on 14th and 5th Avenue. See if we can find this person. TikTok's crazy, man. Their algorithm is very powerful. I think I found the video here. Hold on.
A clown. That's clown.
I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it here. See, that's why I was looking in the comments. So that's cut off. So this is the guy there in the red jacket who they're saying is allegedly the guy that's going around punching these women in the face based on that comment. Let's check it out.
Clown shit.
That man walking around, the way he looks, the man looks homeless. Definitely some mental instability there. He's by himself looking around. Let's see what the comments have to say. He has a scar on his face. I knew it. Let's see, what's this person talking about? I was literally on the 6 train with him today coming from downtown. He was moving throughout all of the carts, but I definitely remember that jacket, and he had on pajama pants. This woman's black, so I'm going to assume that's why he didn't punch her. Now, I don't know if, this is racially motivated for sure, but if we look at the pattern, it's only been white women who this guy's attacked. This is the thing about homeless people, is I'm seeing a bunch of comments like this person who says, oh my gosh, saw him before, bye. Another person here says, girl. So a bunch of people here recognize this guy. And if you live in a city where there's a bunch of homeless people, you kind of run into the same people over and over again. And that seems to be what these chicks are talking about here, that he looks familiar. Let's see what else we got. So that was girl number 2. Here is somebody who's reacting to the situation. Let's check it out.
I have no idea what is going on right now in New York City, but the past few months has been absolutely insane. I have never felt so unsafe in the city than I do now. And that just has to do with a lot of all the things that are happening in the city. People are getting pushed in the tracks. Girls are getting robbed, assaulted. And all in all, as a female, it just feels really, 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 really unsafe. Especially for me and any other female that lives in the city. I know this girl, and her and I did a campaign together with Forever 21. And I just logged on TikTok and saw a video that she posted about how she got punched in the head by a man walking his dog. What? It's just things like that that literally scares me. She was literally just walking, minding her business, and this man had the audacity to hit her, punch her in the face for no reason. And the thing,
none of this should happen. None of this should happen. There is a part of me, just because of the type of topics I discuss here on the Coffee Pod, when I think of people who are watching this, when I think of women who are watching this, and the conversations that they have and the rebuttals they have when men say things like, oh, a man's there to provide and protect. And they'll say things like, protect from what? Like, I could get a gun, I could call the police, I can do all this. Wonder if women, when they see these type of situations, think like, you know what? I would love to have a man to protect me. That doesn't sound so bad right now. It actually makes sense why men are there for protection, right? What do you guys think so far? Comment down below. Let's keep watching.
the thing that bothers me about that is that could have been anybody. That could have been me. The city is just getting reckless. It feels like the crime rate is going up higher than what it was a few months ago. And I'm just really just over it. This is another reason why I packed all my things out of my apartment, put them in storage, and I'm moving. I do not got time to end up on the news and become someone's victim.
So next here we have girl number 3.
I literally just got punched by some man on the sidewalk. He goes, sorry, and then punches me in the head. Holy fuck, what the hell just happened? Oh my God.
And so a lot of people had things to say about her video because to them it almost seemed fake. Here she is talking about getting punched in New York, and she's laughing and kind of joking about it. This commenter says, wait, it's giving Haley's video, and now I need answers. People are wondering if it's some type of like an organized trend to go viral. Like this commenter who says, is this like an organized viral trend? Why is no one describing this man? This is the second sidewalk punching video I've seen today. And so she actually got on to clear things up. Here's what she had to say. Let's check it out.
Okay, I feel like I have to clear a few things up. The video I posted of getting punched in the head happened last Sunday. So I'm not lying, and I posted it before Hallie's video ever became a thing. So why on earth I'd want to make fun of her is beyond me. It's awful that it happened to anyone, let alone multiple people. In terms of what area it happened in, like Nolita, Soho-ish area, the man didn't have a dog. Why didn't I punch him back? Because he was gone before I even realized what happened. I did file a police report. That video was filmed afterwards. So for all of you saying, why did you just film a TikTok and not file a police report and tell the police? I did. The report has been filed. I did go to urgent care and I'm all fine. Why was I smiling in that video? Because I was in shock and I didn't expect anyone to really see that video. And you have literally no idea how you would respond to being attacked on the sidewalk. So I think I was just laughing in like a shock reaction.
I understand her. I'm one of those people, by the way. I laugh and smile during serious situations. Like I'll be horrible for any type of serious role. I get it.
What else? What else? I wasn't looking down at my phone. I was just literally across the street from my building walking my dog to the dog park. I had seen the man. He was like slightly walking towards me and I didn't think anything of it. And then
Did he have a red jacket?
Says sorry and hits me and was immediately gone. Somebody on the sidewalk did see and came over to help me, so thank you to whoever that woman was. But yeah.
So this guy's apologizing before he is like striking these women. He's apologizing, which makes me think, like, is this some type of gang initiated thing, or is it the mentally ill dude that is going viral and kind of trending right now?
Yeah, I think that's everything. People in the comments who are saying I'm lying and making fun of Hallie, literally who would lie about this? Also, like I said, this happened a week ago before anything happened to Hallie. That's all, I think. I think I've addressed it all.
All right, so girl number 4. Here's the 4th chick who I saw got punched in the face in New York.
So last week I was assaulted in New York City, as you can kind of see here with my black eye. If you know me, you know that this isn't really something I would typically publicly talk about, but I just feel like this is something that women need to be more aware of. I was on my way to work and it was probably 10 a.m. and as I was crossing the street, a man looked at me and within a split second pointed 2 fingers at me in a gun symbol and then slammed a plastic bag full of God knows what down on my face from about a
Gun symbol.
foot away and I fell into the ground. I'm assuming the man just walked or ran off. I wasn't really in a state to know what was going on. The bag was so heavy that it felt like bottles or cans, but I didn't ever look to see what was in it.
Bottles or cans. Sounds like a transient. What do you guys think so far?
I'm so grateful that there was so many people around that got me off the road and called the cops and got an ambulance to come. Luckily, I just got a concussion and this bruise that's gotten much better in the past week and possibly a chipped bone, but it could have been so much worse. I'm a tall girl, so I don't really consider myself to look the most vulnerable, and I feel like I look like I can hold my own. I've lived in 2 other major cities before, so it's not like I was unaware of this happened, but I just never thought it was something that would happen to me. With that being said, I couldn't have done anything to prevent this. I was so aware of my surroundings. I was in one of the most densely populated areas of New York. There was 50 plus people around me, and I couldn't have done something if I tried.
See, that's why I think this has to be the homeless guy that we saw earlier and somebody who is not in their right mind. Because if you're going to do something calculated and want to get away with it, you're not going to do it in a densely populated area at 2 p.m. in the afternoon so that everybody can see you and get a good description of who you are.
I can't tell you how many times I've walked home in the middle of the night alone in the city and just been so completely unaware of what's going on around me and thought that I was completely safe. I think that's what shocked me the most about this situation, is that it happened at such a time and place where you really least expect it. I was so aware of my surroundings, and I even kept a distance from this man, and he still attacked me. That being said, even though I don't think there was anything I could do to prevent this from happening, I think it's so important for women to always be prepared. I don't think you can ever be too careful, and I would so advise any woman to make sure that you're never listening to music on full blast and make sure that you know what's going on around you, and to get your head out of your phone, because
Some good advice.
you just need to be so aware of your surroundings.
Some good advice.
Ladies, I also think it's so important that you never leave your house without some sort of self-defense, whether that's a taser or pepper spray. I know this past week I haven't left my house without my hand constantly on my pepper spray. I had a taser and I just always left it at home because I thought I was invincible and that stuff like this didn't happen to me.
Invincible.
But if this happens to me, trust me, it can happen to literally anyone.
Well, that is true. All right. Top comment here says, did the police get him? See if anybody responded back to that. He'll be out in an hour anyways. I heard something about that. I saw a comment about that. That one of the guys who they thought did it, they arrested and they let that person out. Girl number 5. Here is the 5th woman who was punched.
So I have fallen victim to the men in New York City lifting an elbow or
Damn, that one's like as bad as the first chick.
trying to punch innocent girls on the street, except I wasn't on my phone. I was with my coworkers walking in Times Square, so be safe.
Do I hear men there in the background? Guys, I'm not somebody who, I've said this many times, that you want to assess a situation very carefully before you just jump into a situation. But I'm hearing multiple men in the background. I'm assuming none of them are her men and they didn't get involved, but they're saying, oh yeah, we were there, we were talking. If this was any woman I cared about, there's no way I'd have been okay or allowed this to happen. This person says, so what they do, laugh? Another person here says, and they ain't jumping? They're just sitting there laughing at you? Yeah, I'm surprised. All right, guys, let's move on. This is girl number 6. Let's get it.
I'm like shaking, trying to tell this story, but if you know me, I don't share my personal life on the internet, especially things that are traumatic. But too many videos have been made about what's going on for me not to speak out. I was punched in the head in New York City on Saturday, March 23rd, in Times Square. I was walking out of the Times Square station, train station, and a random man came up and punched me in the head. Thankfully, I'm not as hurt as the girls that you've seen, the videos that you've seen. I'm a little bit sore, but thank God it wasn't worse than that.
Right.
But it was definitely a traumatic experience.
Glad you're
and
okay.
It's something that is going to stick with me for the rest of my life now. But
now she looks very, very, very traumatized.
I can't believe that this is happening. I have a video of the guy because when I ran away from him, there were these 3 women on the street that helped me. Shout out to those moms from Connecticut. I don't know where you guys are, but I'm so grateful that you guys were there at the moment.
Oh shit, she's the chick with the video, the one we saw earlier. I recognize the handle down there. Okay, we're gonna go check her page here in a little bit.
I don't think I could have done that alone. But I turned around at the moment and he was running after me, and he ended up just like walking down the avenue, and I ended up taking a video. I did file a police report, and there is an ongoing investigation right now. But you know, to the 3 or 4 girls that I've seen so far on TikTok that have reported similar incidents, I think that we should exchange our stories. It might be the same guy, but this is truly unacceptable, and it's something that we really need to figure out, because girls in New York City need to feel safe. Women in general just need to feel safe. I mean, we're always cautious about walking at night, but now we have to be cautious about walking in broad daylight. I mean, every single one of these stories happen in the middle of the day in broad daylight, and that's
crazy.
something that's really scary. Yeah.
All right, that's that. So she's the one who has the video, because she was able to actually get a video of the guy who she says allegedly punched her. Top comment here says he matches the description on Michaela's video. So that's the second chick. Somebody says, I got punched in the head today in New York. So this is another chick. Literally, what is happening to us? Let's see. Does she have a video too? Let me go on her page.
I was assaulted by a man in New York City a couple hours ago. This was totally unprovoked. I literally had never seen.
Okay, so I didn't even add this chick to the list. So that makes 8. I thought that was going to be our last video. So this makes 8.
Made eye contact or even looked at this person until after they attacked me. I was hit in the head forcefully. It felt like a blunt object. I turn around and this man is still holding his fist out, extended towards me, looking at me dead in the face, and started coming at me like he would not leave me alone. There were other people on the sidewalk, and thankfully people were starting to step in or notice what was going on, but I started yelling for help. I started yelling at him, saying like, you know, what the hell are you doing? Get away from me. And he just kept coming at me to the point where I was dodging in between people to get this man to just like leave me alone. It is absolutely horrifying, and I can't believe that I'm not the only one that's experienced this in the past 48 hours. I don't normally make TikToks. This is not my forte at all, but I wanted to reach out to the other girlies that were assaulted and have been affected by this, because I'm wondering if this is the same man. I was able to take a couple pictures of him when he finally like left me alone on the side of the street where I was and started to cross over to the other side of the street. I took a few pictures and I'll include them in this video at the end. But the main thing for me is, I mean, this is a targeted attack. There was no provocation. I didn't touch this person, accidentally bump into them. I didn't look at them. I didn't even sneeze like in their general direction. I had absolutely no idea why I was the victim of this attack.
Yeah, well, they definitely have to get this guy off the streets for sure.
And I'm sure that's exactly how these other women feel. It's not okay. It's not okay for somebody to do this. So my thought with this video is I wanted to connect with these women again to see if this is the same person, or they could at least recognize the man in the photograph that I took. Here's the photo of the man that attacked me today when I was in Chelsea in Manhattan. This is the man right here that attacked me today. He is wearing a black puffer coat. There's some sort of like blue lining in the...
That doesn't look like the same guy that attacked the last chick. That doesn't look like the same guy. So she's alleging that this is the man who attacked her. Could this be orchestrated? This is crazy.
In the hood, maybe a sweatshirt or something. He's clearly wearing something underneath the coat, which is he has this hood up. He had the light color jeans and then also these pretty distinctive white shoes with this orange stripe on them. For close-up view, you can see kind of the angle of his face here. Unfortunately, I didn't get any photos with him actually looking at me or the camera, but please, if you know this person, please reach out to me or to the NYPD. Itself was pretty horrible, getting attacked in the middle of the day, in the middle of public with people all around, a situation where I genuinely felt pretty safe. But arguably what made it even worse was how somebody responded. I ran over to some cops that were crossing the street and I yelled for them. I yelled for help. And these police officers turned around. I explained the situation to them. My adrenaline's still rushing. You know, I can see the man standing on the street. He's walking down the street and I'm explaining what happened. And these cops turn to me and they say, "Unfortunately, ma'am, we're traffic cops, so we can't do anything to help you."
Wow. Wow. This just took a different turn because here I am at the end of the video thinking, well, if anybody's a suspect for sure, it would be that guy that we saw earlier in her video. But now there are two different men who the women are alleging.
I'm literally trying not to cry, but like, I just realized I was part of a group of women that got punched. What? I literally have so many goosebumps because I'm so shook that this happened. Like, I didn't register it because I had work today, but like, I just texted my friend and she told me you have to make a video about this because apparently a ton of women are getting attacked. So today before work, oh my gosh, my hands are so cold. Today before work, I went to, I think NoHo. I went to go get a water bottle that was trending on TikTok for my friend's birthday. And, you know, anyone who's been to New York City, using the GPS, it's like so bad. You like can't see what direction, like you don't know where you are. So I was looking down at my phone trying to figure out what direction was like the water bottle store. So I'm looking at my phone like this, trying to like figure out what direction I should go when I hear someone go, "Excuse me," and I just sidestepped to the furthest side of the sidewalk I could go because in my head I was like, oh, maybe I'm in the way, but also like I don't want to talk to no one, so I'm gonna move out of the way. And I move out of the way, right? And I'm expecting someone to walk past me or something. But instead of someone walking past me, I see someone walk next to me and like I'm aware enough to know to be like, what the heck are you doing? And as I turn to look, I see this man with his fist up ready to swing. And I'm like, what the frick? So instantly I went like this and he hit me square in the arm because I think he was trying to hit me in the face. So he hits me really hard and I scream and I go, what the are you doing? And I have a taste like attached to my bag. So I whipped it out and I will always press that thing, bro, to scare someone. So I pulled it out and I pressed the button and the guy darted away. I screamed so loud, literally was so shocked. I was like, what just happened? I don't even know what to say. I can't even give a proper description because I didn't even see his face properly. The only thing was, it was a man that was, I think, around my height, a little taller. I'm 5'10". He was possibly African American. And that's all I really got to see before he literally ran away. Because again, I was looking at my phone. But yeah, that happened today.
No one wants to walk around fearing you're going to get punched in the face. And you fit the target of the people who are going around punching people in the face. That's crazy. A few more videos here.
My boyfriend just get back from New York on a work trip, 48 hours, there and back. He's chopping it up, telling me how the trip went, trip was smooth, this, that, and the other. And I'm saying to him, yeah, I can't wait for us to go on a personal trip. It's going to be real fun. My boyfriend is from New York. So he's like, yeah, the trip is going to be fun, but there are some rules that you're going to have to abide by in order for it to continue to stay fun. I'm confused. Elaborate, please, boo. And he's like, yeah, when you get there, you don't have to hold my hand while we're walking around. And as far as, like, your little hey good mornings, or hey how you doing, or oh your nails look nice, or oh your shoes. You can't do none of that. I said, what? Why I can't do none of that? He said, babe, because people are just real aggressive there, and I just don't want to have to deal with nothing. I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. Do y'all know that this morning when I looked on TikTok, not one, not two, but 3 white women have been punched in the face? In the face. Like, whole knots. One had a knot, one is gonna have a black eye, and the other one, I think she just maybe got a little quick punch, but she ain't had nothing. But New York, y'all going around punching people in the face? More specifically, y'all going around punching white women in the face? Because how the fuck has he gotten away with this 3 times now? No problem. I'll hold my boyfriend's hand, and I will not be saying nothing to y'all while we up there, okay?
Men appreciate that. If you have a man and that is your man, he's tasked to protect you. That's if you don't have one of these modern soft relationships where you're both going to fight. Men appreciate when you can listen to directions on how better he can keep you safe. Here's another video. A couple more here.
I'm not trying to be funny when I ask this, but who keep punching these white women in the face? Who y'all need to catch? Is it more than one man? Catch these.
That's a short video. This is our last one, guys.
This is allegedly the man that's been punching women in the face in New York City.
Well, now there are multiple people. Let's see if we can find man punching women in New York. See if we can find anything else. Here's a video.
Look out for this guy. He's punching girls in the face in New York.
Huge scar on his face.
Look out for this.
I don't know if this guy kind of looks like the guy in the red jacket. I'm assuming the dreads are inside the bonnet. It's crazy. Let's see if we can find anything else.
Well, police are searching for a man wanted for punching a woman on subway trains in Brooklyn. Investigators releasing a picture of the man they say has attacked at least 4 women.
We haven't seen this guy's face. This face we haven't seen before. Because they said the guy was black. This guy is not black.
Punching them in the face. The first assault happened October 28th on an R train at the 95th Street station in Bay Ridge. The most recent was last Friday when a woman was punched multiple times on a 2 train at the Flatbush Avenue station. Police say the attacks were all unprovoked.
Oh, of course it makes me feel unsafe.
Why would you want to beat on women in any possible way? And we didn't do nothing to you?
I think MTA should step their standards up with security.
Now, the NYPD says overall subway crime is down, though assaults are up from last year. Police.
Part of me wonders, because what I just thought of is one of the ladies said that the policeman told her there was some type of like drug lab that was near her. And based on that, is there some sick thing where they're making the people who want those drugs do this as some sort of a sick game? Listen, crazy story. Hopefully more comes from the situation to shed more light on this. This definitely needs to stop. I also can't help but think this is why the world needs men, because whether they come in badges or they come with a relationship, they are the ones who will protect you in times like these. Men are not useless, is my main point when I say that. Listen, guys, I'm curious. Comment down below your thoughts. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.